Well, I was looking to do better with my picks in week number 9, and I guess technically I did a little bit better. Not as good as I wanted to, but I will say this: 8-5 is a teensy wizzy itsy bitty bit better than 6-9, which I was in week number 8. So last week 8-5 with my picks. Season to date, I'm 80-54. Hey, what do you know? Time for my picks for week number 10 of the 2014 NFL season. I'll kick it off with the Thursday night game. Got the Bengals and Browns squaring off in a matchup that has a lot more playoff implications than anyone might have envisioned heading into this season. The Browns are very surprising, 5-3. Head coach Mike Pettine. I think when we talk about Coach of the Year candidates, people point to Bruce Arians and Jim Caldwell, perhaps Mike Tomlin, da 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 da. But one guy that isn't getting nearly enough attention, I think, is the head man for the Cleveland Browns. I mean, here is a guy that has the Browns in a position where they're thinking seriously about being a wild card team in the playoffs. And for all intents and purposes, they're still right in the thick of things, in the mix of things in the AFC North for the divisional race. That's an impressive story for the Cleveland Browns. You know, things look much better for their organization not only this year but going forward. Cincinnati Bengals started off very hot the first 3 weeks of the season, coming off of their bye. They kind of laid an egg for a few weeks. And it looks like they're starting to get their rhythm a little bit. As far as this game Thursday night, I still think the Bengals are the better team, so I'm going to pick the Bengals to win. Would it surprise me if the Browns won? No, but again, I think the balanced, better team is the Bengals, and that's why I'll pick them to win. Now, heading over to the Sunday matchups, another game that has more playoff implications than we might have imagined heading into the season. The Chiefs playing Buffalo. The Bills and Chiefs, both 5-3. In this matchup, I think I'd rather have Alex Smith than Kyle Orton. Furthermore, I think the Chiefs are playing a little bit better all-around brand of football in recent weeks. They've had some quality and impressive victories, so I'm going to take the Chiefs over the Bills. Another interesting matchup. You've got the Lions at 6-2 taking on the 5-3 Miami Dolphins. A matchup of two pretty good defenses that have been playing well. Two young quarterbacks that have their moments, both good, bad, and otherwise. I will take the Lions to beat the Dolphins, though. I'll take the 49ers over the Saints, even though I don't feel that confident about it. I'll take the Steelers over the Jets because the Jets suck and the Steelers have played really well over the past few weeks. One game where I think there's nobody that's a winner. It's just who loses less. I will, in a bit of a surprise, I guess, take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to beat the Atlanta Falcons. Not that it really means a whole lot. I'm sure Atlanta will win. I'll take the Cowboys over the Jaguars, but with them being over in London, questions about whether Romo's going to play or not. Wouldn't surprise me if the Jaguars really stuck a game to the Dallas Cowboys. I'll take the Ravens over the Titans. Obviously, got to take the Broncos over the Raiders, but again, with it being a divisional rivalry and familiarity of the teams and how well the Raiders found a way to stick in the game with the Chargers earlier this year and the Seahawks last week. But I'd be surprised if they were able to hang around for a little bit and make things more interesting and closer than they should be with the Broncos. No, it wouldn't surprise me at all. I'll take the Arizona Cardinals over the St. Louis Rams. Again, the Cardinals are 7-1. They're pretty real. They're pretty legit. They've got one of the best head coaches in the National Football League, in my opinion, in Bruce Arians, and just an all-around well-balanced team. Impressive stuff. The Rams have had some nice victories recently, beating the Seahawks, beating the 49ers. If you want to make the playoffs, the best way to do that is to handle your business in the division. This is a big game for the St. Louis Rams. If they can find a way to beat the Arizona Cardinals. Sure, they'll still only be 4-5, but man, that's a win over each of their three divisional rivals. Those would be impressive victories that no other NFL team could boast. I will take the Seahawks over the crumbling Giants. Sunday night game. It's Aaron Rodgers versus Jay Cutler. Who the fuck do you think I'm picking? Yeah, Packers all day. No qualms about that. That's almost damn near my lock of the week. Some might say, well, the numbers would indicate that eventually the Bears will be due and Cutler will be due. Do they? Yeah. So I used to say about the Bears going against Favre. It took years and years and years before the Bears really got anywhere against Favre, and even then it was only fleeting. And then in the Monday night game, I will take the Eagles over the Carolina Panthers. Yes, I'm showing some faith in Mark Sanchez. But frankly, at this point in time, I don't see where Mark Sanchez is much of a downgrade from Nick Foles. And in fact, I think it's a lateral move, if not perhaps even maybe a slight upgrade, because perhaps Sanchez fits Chip Kelly's offensive system a little bit better than Nick Foles. So again, 8-5 last week, 80-54 season to date. You're welcome to go against me as you are every week with your picks in the comments section down below. All of my picks, once again, for reinforcement will be in the description box down below. And I guess we'll find out this weekend how I did with my picks for Week 10 of the 2014 NFL season.